I don't even know where to begin with this. Star Wars is finally making its return back on the big screen after being away for a couple of years. Can't really remember the last movie that came out. Was it really Rise of Skywalker? I remember seeing Rogue One, even the Han Solo movie in theaters. And whether you like or don't like those movies, that's another conversation. It's just the fact that we have not had Star Wars be experienced on the big screen for everybody to enjoy and respect, and it kind of diluted down to TV for them. And that's why we have shows like Andor, Mandalorian, and Grogu. I cannot name the other ones, the Acolytes. I didn't even watch that. There's a lot of shows, honestly, that I skipped. I didn't really watch. And you're probably saying to yourself, well, Isaac, if you didn't watch every single freaking Star Wars piece of content that has come out in the last 5 years, then you're not a true Star Wars fan and you don't care. That hurts my feelings. That really, really does. And the reason why I'm not watching it is because I'm such a fan of Star Wars, and it's just not piqued my interest. It's really hard. I was one of the people that actually really enjoyed the Obi-Wan Kenobi show. I know a lot of people didn't really like that, but I love Ewan McGregor, Darth Vader, them continuing his story arc. I wish they did a season 2 right away. I don't know if that's going to come or not. I loved how the show ended with Liam Neeson's character Qui-Gon Jinn returning. When I think about Star Wars, I think about OG classic Star Wars. I just can't help it. You know, I'm not really big into the new version that it is today. There's just so much about it I don't like. I don't like the colors. I don't like the action. I don't like how slow and draggy it kind of is. It's just not an exciting pirate swashbuckling adventure that it used to be, with characters like Luke Skywalker, Han Solo. How they managed that new trilogy was just awful and abysmal. I watched only the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian and Grogu. I did not watch season 3. I have no idea where these characters are, what they're doing. I think I may have watched like the first episode of season 3 and was just like, no, nah, I'm good. I'm okay. I don't need this. I'll just not watch this. I'll just not participate. And so I've been out of the loop for a while, which is why I think my opinion matters the most, is because Star Wars, Lucasfilms, whoever the hell is running everything, Dave Filoni, Jon Favreau, all those guys need to convince me why I need to come back. Why the fans that they've kind of ignored and disregard through all these years, because they think that we're just toxic fans. They think that we're just bullies online, just ridiculing these movies like we don't have real opinions. Thank God Kathleen Kennedy is finally moving on. She is no longer going to be part of the future of Star Wars. It's all Dave Filoni and some other creators, which is awesome. I love the change of regime. It feels like these are the people that are meant to be running Star Wars versus someone like James Gunn running DCU. Like, that's just, he doesn't fit the bill. He does not fit the criteria of what a DC Comics film should be. You know, they're supposed to contrast the Marvel films, dark and gritty versus the bright, colorful stuff going on at Marvel. And so I finally feel like with Star Wars, we're finding the people that respect these characters and respect the genre enough to really question how the material goes out into the world. I have not seen this trailer for Mando and Grogu. I only watched the teaser trailer that came out a couple of months ago, and I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I didn't like the colors. It didn't show anything at all. Even the Super Bowl trailer that came out was just boring. It looked like a commercial for like a Coca-Cola or a Pepsi or a Ford. Everybody was just ragging on it online, and I don't love that Star Wars is just becoming commercialized and advertisements for things like IHOP, Denny's, and all that nonsense. Come on. Treat this like a real thing. I'm sick of it trying to become the next like MCU, the next big franchise. And I really think these characters work on their own, in their own little corners and pockets of the universe. I'm just skeptical. I'm really skeptical about this. I've seen so many people post their trailer reactions online and how excited they are and just screaming and big eyes and like, oh my god, Grogu's back. Like, dude, you're a 25-year-old man. Like, chill the hell out. Like, for real, chill. It ain't that serious, man. Only kids should be getting that excited for this stuff, man. And I'm at a point, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a critic, I'm an adult, I have responsibilities. So at this point, I'm having to carve time out of my day and dedicate that to sit down and watch this piece of content, and whether that's good or not. So I have to be very picky and choosy about what it is that I'm going to dedicate a lot of my time watching, reviewing, discussing, all that kind of stuff. So I just had to get that out of the way. I needed you guys to know and understand where my red flags and where I stand right now with Star Wars is that I just don't care. I just don't care. And maybe that's a good thing, is because if you don't care and you go in with low expectations, maybe they might surprise you. Maybe they might exceed my expectations. And that's a good thing. That's what I want. That's what I need. With that being said, I'm going to watch the Mandalorian and Grogu official trailer, and I'm going to give you guys my honest and brutal thoughts on it. Let's dive right in. Beautiful sunset shot. I'll give you that. Whoa. Whoa. Was that R2?
Hey, never touch the buttons.
Colors look way better than the teaser trailer. I hope they adjusted those. Everything just looks washed now.
Whoa. For this price, I'll tell you whatever you want.
I'm looking for
It's literally Martin
Close for the
Scorsese.
night. Thank you.
Yeah, they confirmed it online. I know.
gangsters, war criminals.
Long live the Empire.
Okay.
We'll take out every bad guy in your deck of cards.
Ooh, nice. Love the flamethrower. It's the best weapon that he has.
This isn't about revenge.
Good establishing shots. It seems like that's all Star Wars is just
It's
beautiful
about
establishing shots of the
preventing another
world.
Strap in.
Whoa. Hey, you need to know Pedro's in the movie. I personally wouldn't have shown his face.
Before going into harm's way, check your armor. The kid will live centuries beyond me. I won't always be around to protect him.
It just looks like a commercial for another season.
Should be.
Do we
Wow, they're really showing a lot of Pedro's face.
run, or do we fight?
I like this kid.
What are you waiting for?
Okay. I mean, none of this is doing anything for me right now. The only thing that really got me hyped was that shot of R2, if that was him. This is cool. All right, cool flying stuff. Got that Iron Man look, you know. Who directed this? Is this Jon Favreau?
Let's save the rest for after dinner.
Forged for IMAX, more like forced for IMAX. Oh God. All right, well, I watched it because a lot of people had really exciting reactions to this, and I thought, all right, well, there might be something there for me, maybe, possibly, and wow, I just feel like I wasted everyone's time right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it just didn't do anything for me. It didn't change my levels of excitement. I don't feel any different about it. My opinion hasn't changed. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say about this trailer. What are we doing, man? What is going on over there with Lucasfilm? I don't know. I mean, am I gonna watch it? Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna watch it and I'll review it and let you guys know my thoughts. But as of right now, that just looks like season 4 of The Mandalorian. I hate the title, The Mandalorian and Grogu. Like, why not just call it, The Mandalorian? I don't know, the movie. I don't know. I'm not in charge here. I'm not gonna sit here and come up with a better title for them. That's their job to do. But I don't know. It just seems like a cash grab to me. It just doesn't seem like anything that's appealing to the older generation, the new generation, the ones in between, all that. It just seems like another piece of content for them. This is the weird position they put themselves in with the Mandalorian, is that he's not supposed to take his helmet off. It's a great rule. He broke it once, fine. He breaks it now all the time, and we're always seeing his face. I don't know how I feel about that. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I feel like the more famous Pedro Pascal gets, the more the studio's like, all right, for sure show that face because people got to know he's in the movie. And that's, to me, what kept it so interesting was the mystique of it. Like, I believe he's in the costume. You don't need to convince me that there's a stuntman in there and that Pedro's only doing the voiceovers. If you tell me he's in the suit, I'll believe you 100%. And I think anybody that takes a job like this would be inclined to be like, yeah, do not show my face. That's the whole vibe and the aesthetic and the approach to the story and the character. And it just feels like they completely abandoned that simply because Pedro is way more famous now than he was back when they did the first season. What do you think about the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer? Are you excited about this film? Are you a massive Grogu fan and you're just going goo goo gaga over that crap? I mean, I'm not a child here. Like I said, I'm an adult. You guys got to convince me why I got to come back and waste my time watching this. And right now it's just not there. I feel sorry for a lot of Star Wars fans. I feel like they'll just eat up any piece of content, be okay with it. Like, nah, man, we have to have our standards. Obviously, this is not Rise of Skywalker. I will give you that. That was a terrible movie, and everything that went on with that production was just awful. Like, I understand that, and we've clearly moved on from that. We're making better quality stuff, but there's still a bar. There's still a level that has yet to be reached, I think, with Star Wars content. And I think we really took a huge step backwards when they pushed it over to Disney Plus, and now they're trying to push it back to the movie theaters, because now the stigma is there. Well, like, hey, doesn't look like a movie, looks like a Disney Plus show. And even when we were watching the Disney Plus show, nobody watched the show and was like, oh, this looks like a film, this looks like a movie. Why? Because they didn't shoot on real locations. They shot all of it on the 360 LED screens, like the volume. I believe that's what it's called, the volume. They shot all of it on that. And I understand that the other Star Wars movies were shot on blue screen and green screen, so people are going to have that argument there with me. I completely get that. For me, and again, going back to OG classic Star Wars, is when they're shooting on real practical sets and locations and those environments. Now movies are so secretive that they cannot film anywhere. They have to be shooting in these huge studios that are closed off, and they have to light it. They have to put a green screen or an LED screen behind them, and it's movie magic, but it's just not real. It's not authentic. And I think that's a lot of my gripes and my issues. Also, them just milking this Grogu thing. At one point, Grogu was gone from the story. Like, he was supposed to kind of move on and be mentored or be with his people, and they just brought him back into the mix. And now it's the Mandalorian and Grogu. It used to just be Mando, and I think it would have been perfect if it was just a Mandalorian property and picture. Like, imagine if this movie, oh my god, just did not have Grogu in it at all. Maybe that's my issue with this, is because it's clearly appealing to babies and children and stuff like that. And I get that that's, again, what all these films have been doing since the very beginning. But we've matured as an audience with Star Wars. And so I wish that kind of reflected what it is that they're doing today. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Let me know how you feel and what you think about this trailer in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, I've been your host, Isaac Joel. I'll catch you next time.